The MMA Guru just found his calling in the UFC. The MMA Guru's spot, where he keeps saying that he's going to get a spot, in the UFC. The UFC should hire him. The UFC is going to hire the MMA Guru to inspect people's penises. That's going to be the job that Dana White's going to offer the MMA Guru. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The MMA Guru is none other than the UFC's cock inspector. That's right. That's what he's going to be, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be kidding me. Ladies and gentlemen, the MMA Guru, the big cock inspector. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you MMA Guru, the big cock inspector of the UFC. Just gave the ribbon to Whitaker, ladies and gentlemen, for the biggest penis in the UFC. You got to be kidding me, man. This is great.
Favorite fighter.
Do you notice that they asked him, whose ass would you want to, eat? And they just like brushed it off. A couple girls, yeah, I would eat their ass. And then we get to who has the biggest penis. He's got a whole spiel on it.
When the fuck is Brick coming from WrestleMania? So weird hearing British fighters. What do you sound like? And I do what I do, and I finish him. He's from London. Fun fact: Nathaniel Wood lives half an hour away from there.
Well, Nathaniel Wood lives a half a mile away from him. He happens to live in Beckenham, and his dad owns Beckenham Upholstery, which he used to work for. That's the only reason I can say it, because he used to work there. He's an ex-employee there. And then he went to Beckenham Harris Academy. And he also went to whatever, I don't know, I don't care, whatever. Who cares?
By us.
And then now he's going to say that he could beat Nathaniel Wood up, too, right? I wonder how big Nathaniel Wood's cock is. I mean, the MMA Guru is about ready to tell us.
You versus Derek Chisora in UFC. Do you have any jiu-jitsu experience? I reckon I could take him down. But I just burst double leg him straight away. Guy's up 50 as well. Honest, no, I just spinning wheel kick him. Boxer, what am I talking about? Go for a spinning back kick, spinning wheel kick maybe, go for an axe kick over the top of his guard. I actually like my chances versus Derek Chisora.
Man, did you just hear that? Derek Chisora, the MMA Guru has a fight plan for you, and he likes his odds. Hey, Prize Picks, are you listening to this? This guy's going to... No wonder Prize Picks picked MMA Guru, because he's giving out bad... advice. Don't ever go to Prize Picks with the MMA Guru's picks, if that makes sense. I'm not saying don't go to Prize Picks, I'm just saying don't use MMA Guru's advice.
Especially in MMA, definitely. I'm happy for all your hometown and neighborhood people are fighting finally. Yeah. It's a good show. Here comes squad.
He just said, isn't it nice that people from your hometown are fighting? Because they're fighting in London right here, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, fighting in London. UFC London sucks balls. Because there's a bunch of Brit fighters, a bunch of UK fighters on there. Maybe Irish people, too. Not Northern Ireland, you know what I'm talking about. Unlike the UK. UFC London sucks balls. Mick Parkin is the cousin of the MMA Guru. The MMA Guru and Mick Parkin and Tom Aspinall and anybody else from across the pond, you guys suck balls. Hey, Allen, too. Mr. Allen, right? The guy with the two first names. Arnold Allen. Arnold Allen, this guy right here, Guru says he can kick your ass, too. Okay? That's in here, but you're not going to hear it or whatever, but it's unbelievable. The only reason they UFC goes over and puts on stuff over there in the UFC, in the UK, is because just to tap the market, to get money out of you guys. It's not that the UK fighters bring down the UFC. It's embarrassing to have you guys in the UFC. The only time you guys basically get to fight is when they have a UFC London card. You know why? Because you suck balls. That's right. Mick Parkin sucks balls. And let me tell you something, too. Let me tell you something about that. What's his name? Bo Nickel. Okay? So I interviewed Bo Nickel when he first came into the UFC. He hadn't had a fight yet. It was International Fight Week. And they came up to me and they said, hey, will you interview this new guy? I said, sure. The idiot comes over to me, start talking to him. He's got like this, his head's, I mean, he's better than me. Okay? Yeah, okay, so you won some stuff, you did some stuff, whatever, okay. Besides this right here, if you knew who I was, I've done things in my life, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, back to Bo Nickel. I'm going to make it real quick because I'm going to do a video on the Bo Nickel thing, right? So Bo Nickel, I say, hey, you want some free shirts and this and that and everything? No, I got a shirt deal and I can't wear anybody else's shirts. He's coming into the UFC, he's already got a shirt deal. Okay, so he's done some stuff ahead of time, you know, college, whatever, and then he didn't make it to the Olympics or whatever, but okay. He tells us before the cameras turn on, he said, my coach, his best friend, is Dana White's best gambling buddy. So, the best gambling buddy owed money because he was gambling with the coach of Bo Nickel. Instead of owing him and giving him the money, instead of giving him and paying up the debt, the coach said, okay, talk to Dana White and get Bo Nickel in the UFC. So that guy goes to Dana White and says, hey, I want you to get Bo Nickel in the UFC. And Dana White, because it's his buddy, goes, done. After he wins 2 or 3 fights, I'll put him on the main card. That's not how it's done. That's not how you have quality in the UFC. That's not the structure of the UFC either. Dana White, whoever owns, it's a company, right? Whoever owns the UFC know that Bo Nickel was brought in through gambling. Dana White, I mean, the guy didn't have to go through what everybody else has to go through. Getting to the main card like that for a buddy, gambling buddy. That's the Bo Nickel story. But, I mean, it's more in depth than that. Okay?
Coñones, Hey, Holmes. It's me, Jose Alberto Coñones, Hey, homie. Dustin is one of mine, only 1 hour away. Yeah. Well, 2. Very different things. You versus Tyson Fury in UFC. Tyson Fury. I'll go with Tyson. I think I love him too much to beat him up, you know.
He loves. Did he just say that he loves Tyson Fury too much to beat up Tyson Fury? The MMA guru is now talking about beating up Tyson Fury. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. Watch out, Demetrius Johnson, because your MMA guru buddy is claiming that he can kick your ass. Okay? Okay? He's not your friend. The MMA guru is a piece of shit. That's my opinion.
That's the reason, yeah. Deontay Wilder, sign with ESPN. ATT is like 5 hours. What's the meaning of life?
Who has a big bulge or not? The MMA guru, the big cock inspector of the UFC. The meaning of life is who has a big bulge and who doesn't. That's it, ladies and gentlemen.
Everyone else is bots other than you. So just do whatever you want to do as player one, you know what I'm saying?
Here he's explaining right here, he's explaining like everybody else is bots to you. You know, you're just player one and everybody else, like talking about people, everybody else is just a bot Like, basically, nobody in life is, like, real or a person. They're just part of the game. So the MMA guru doesn't treat people like as people. He's saying it right here. And you know he's even gotten worse than this. This was when he was dead broke.
Everyone else is just bots. You're player one. But fuck everyone else. Do Fight Companion for big bots.
Do you hear that, DJ? DJ, do you hear that? Demetrius Johnson, do you hear that?